Hello everyone. This video on Formula 44 is coming to you after almost a month. Normally I would make one video every week trying to reinforce the implementation of Formula 44, especially those elements which are the most difficult to implement: the meditation, the food habits. But we have been making strides, and in this video let's first recap what is Formula 44 for those who may have forgotten, for those who are new. So Formula 44 is a simple work-life balance regimen in which we ask everyone to adopt 4 habits for drinking of water and food, and 4 habits for exercise, breathing techniques, meditation, etc. So what are the 4 elements of the food habits? So in Formula 44 implementation, each one of us would want to eat not at least 1 fistful of nuts and dry fruits. So every day we set a target of eating 1 fistful of nuts and dry fruits. We don't fail. And then we eat 2 helpings of fruits. For example, if you have eaten 1 banana in the morning, then you eat 1 guava in the late afternoon. That means you are eating 2 helpings. Then we begin the day with 3 glasses of warm water, because warm water, when you sip while you are seated slowly and consume about 3 glasses over 45 minutes or 1 hour, it is very, very therapeutic and healthy, and it removes many afflictions of the body. Then the 4 helpings of food elements such as grains, green vegetables, salads, lentils, pulses, beans, etc., which are fresh, organic, nutritional. So very simple method: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 fistful of nuts, 2 helpings of fruits, 3 glasses of warm water in the morning, and 4 helpings of items such as vegetables, salads, grains, beans, lentils, pulses, etc. in our lunch and dinner. Together we should consume 4 helpings. And 4 elements of the exercise habits: 1 hour of meditation, 2 rounds of walking, 3 rounds of pranayam, breathing techniques, and 4 rounds of Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. When we say 4 rounds, it means you can do a set of 4 into 1 or 4 into 2 or 4 into 3 or 4 into 4. As you advance in the knowledge of Surya Namaskar, you start doing more. When you reach 12 times or 16 times, you feel so much benefited. So Surya Namaskar is a difficult element of the Formula 44, but the most difficult is meditation. Let's talk about meditation today. So what we are doing in the last few videos, we take verses from Bhagavad Gita and incorporate them in our meditation. So today we shall invoke Hari Guru, Lord Shri Krishna, seek their grace upon us. They are forever gracing. It is for our own decision whether we want to approach the divine, and how humbly and how seriously. It's up to us. And of course we must thank Swami Mukundanand, who has been the source for all this knowledge. So chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita is called Raj Vidya Yoga. Means this chapter is the king of all the knowledge. No, this chapter is titled the king of all the knowledge, Raj Vidya Yoga. So we have different subjects to learn. We have science, arts, fine arts, so many subjects. This knowledge of the spiritual science, that whatever we see as material is not everything. There is a realm which is beyond material. There is a realm which is beyond physical, that's called metaphysical, and beyond material is called spiritual. So what is the spirit? What is the soul? Who is God is the subject of spirituality. Bhagavad Gita is all about the subject of spirituality, which also talks about the subject of material energy, because material energy is also part of the same spiritual energy. So we have God, and God has two energies, a spiritual energy and material energy. In our body we have two energies. One is the material, the body, limbs and the senses and the organs and the systems. These are all material. But there is one spiritual entity which is called the soul. But the soul is so important that without the soul the body becomes of no use. The body becomes mitti. That is why they say this person is no more. Now we have to go in his mitti. And people in North India chant Ram Naam Satya Hai. The truth, the name of the Lord Ram has become the truth. And look at this person. His soul has gone out of his body and he is just a lump of clay, earth. So this is the Raj Vidya, the king of all the knowledge, and chapter 9 talks about it. Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyaksha Vagamamam Dharmayam Susukham Kartum Abhyayam. This is verse number 2, which says that this king of knowledge is so superior, so beautiful, that it is the most secret. It is very confidential. Not everybody has access to it. Only when we have the connection with a bona fide guru, we can learn about this knowledge. So it is the king of all the knowledge. It is the most secret, and it is easy to implement. Susukham, and it is very blissful. When we implement this knowledge, it gives us immense joy. And it is in accordance with dharma. That is why dharmayam. So these are the facts Sri Krishna states about this chapter in verse number 2. And in verse number 1, of course, Sri Krishna says, Idam te guhyattamam pratyaksha va anusuyave jnanam gyatva. He says that because Arjun, you don't envy me, I am going to reveal this knowledge to you, so that you will know everything. So that was in the first verse and the second verse. And then a beautiful set of shlokas are there in this chapter. For example, Mayyadhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Shri Krishna talks about that he is the chairman of this entire material creation. Everything is happening under his care, under his leadership. Mayyadhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Verse number 10. And let us say the verse number 18, he says, Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhrita Prabhavam Pralaya Asthanam Nidhanam Bijam Abhyayam. So what a beautiful verse where he says, I am your shelter, I am your destination, I am your provider, I am your final abode, everything. You know, Tomeva Mata Cha Pita Tomeva, all that and even much more. And then we come to the most eminent shlokas. For example, shloka number 22, ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupaste tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Where Shri Krishna gives a contract to the Ananya devotee, to the exclusive devotees, that if you come to me, if you have taken shelter under my care, I grant to you whatever you lack and I preserve whatever you have. And then 26, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Pranashyat Prayakshati Tadaham Bhaktya Upritam Ashnami Priyatatmana. But what you need to do to come to me, just offering a little bit of flower or fruit or water or leaf, that is all. I'm not looking at, your opulences and your qualities. I'm looking at your heart, your faith and devotion to me. And then chapter 9, shloka number 27, Yat karoshi yadashnasi yadjuhosi dadasi yat tapashyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. So if you have taken me as the God, as your supreme mother, your supreme father, your supreme shelter, your supreme all in all, then everything you should do should be in accordance with my desire, and you should do everything under my care. And if you do that, that means whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever sacrifices, austerities you maintain, everything you remember me and involve me. And then he says, Shubha Shubha Phalai Raivam Mokshya Karma Bandhane. Again he talks about that you will get released from the effect of karma, the attachment to the karma because of your devotion. And then he talks about the sinner. What if a person is sinful? He is very much into the material rajas, tamas, that kind of life. Shri Krishna says, don't you worry. He says, api chetsu duracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhuraiva samantabhya samyag vyavasito hi sa. That very soon you will be all right, because you have taken a resolve to come to God. So doesn't matter that you are a sinner. And this is how chapter 9 continues. There are such amazing verses. So this is just an introduction. In our second video, we will cover other verses for chapter 9. But for this instance, let us meditate on these verses when we sit on meditation and perform the first element of the exercises, that is 1 hour of meditation. We may not be able to do 1 hour, but let's do at least 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening. And the theme for us is Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, Rajvidya Yoga. Connection to the Supreme through the knowledge of the King of all the knowledge. And after reciting one shloka, we can chant Om, A, U, Ma, sit in Padmasana, sit in Gyan Mudra, 10 minutes meditation in the morning, 10 minutes in the night before sleeping. This will be a transformational endeavor. Take care and see you in the next video.